Hi guys, welcome to the video. Today we're going to be starting my new series, Beauty and Brains. And in this, I'm going to be doing something fun today. We did my hair, and we're going to be talking about something even more fun today, quantum mechanics. So if you guys want to see how I did my hair and learn a little bit about quantum mechanics, stay tuned. Alright, let's get into the hair first. As you can tell, my hair is a mess right now. This is what I slept in from my shower last night. I just braided it with some deep conditioner, leave-in conditioner, so I guess let's take it out and see what we got. And in this video today, we're going to be talking mainly about the book Breaking the Habits of Being Yourself by Dr. Joe Dispenza. That's where I learned a lot of the basics myself, and I think it's the perfect place to start. So that's what we're going to do. Alright, now I'm going to start my hair. I'm going to take my glasses off just because my glasses are obviously going to be in the way. But as I wet my hair down, we're going to talk about the core principles Dr. Joe Dispenza talks about in his book. In the book, Dr. Joe Dispenza talks about the big three that he says are the hardest things for people to break the habit of and to detach from is their body, environment, and time. Okay. I'm wanting to do a swoop side part for this braid, so that's what I'm going to do now. Wonderful. Now that my part is done, beautiful, I'm going to go ahead and gel my hair down with Shine and Jam, and we're going to talk about Descartes. Descartes is the philosopher who coined the phrase, "I think, therefore I am." And this has a lot to do with quantum physics. Descartes suggests that mind and matter are one. He's basically saying anything in your mental or internal reality will manifest and mirror itself into your external reality, right? Because mind and matter are one. So we're going to explore mind and matter a little bit more. We're going to branch off of that a little bit. When Dr. Joe Dispenza is talking about mind and matter, what he says is energy is the very fabric for all things material. So out of this mind and matter are one from Descartes, Joe Dispenza then says that energy is the very fabric from what all materials are made, and they respond to energy. And that he brings in Einstein and Einstein's formula for energy, which is, as we all know, E equals mc squared, okay? And what Einstein is saying basically restates what Descartes was saying, in that energy and matter are the same thing. Your mind is energy, your brain has brain waves, just like energy, just like the frequency of everything else that is matter. And this is something that we learned in high school biology. He goes, all matter is more no thing, energy, than it is something, particles, right? When we look at E equals mc squared, it is just saying energy is equal to that of matter. We learned that in high school biology, that all matter has frequency. All energy has frequency. I remember talking about how we are all made of the same particles and molecules as every physical thing around us. So we're talking about a desk, a chair, a book. You know, my arm is the same molecules as this desk. Joe Dispenza says, everything in life is not solid matter, but all fields of energy or frequency patterns of information. And again, energy and frequency move in waves. And the reason that my arm is not moving through this wall is because the frequency in which my energetic waves are moving is not the same as the wall. This is kind of where we get the phrase, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Okay, I don't remember him ever mentioning that phrase in the book, but it's something that always came to my mind when talking about this part. He talks about how energy responds to mindful attention, and that's how we match frequencies with what we are looking for, you know? And he brings up a study in which scientists were trying to see where the energy molecules around the atom structure. So if we look at the structure of an atom, you see the atom itself with the energy molecules surrounding it. they go around it, just like how the Earth goes around the sun and the moon goes around the Earth, right? They just orbit, okay? The energy molecules orbit throughout the atom. You see the atom structure? There's barely anything there, right? Everything is negative space. So he's saying atoms are more nothing, space, than they are something, particles. So when these scientists are looking through the microscope, they're looking to find the energy molecules circulating the atom molecule. When they went to look for it, the energy molecules only seemed to be where they were directly looking, okay? And it proves in a sense that energy responds to mindful attention. So when the scientists were mindfully attentive to a certain spot on the atom structure, that is where they would see the energy, because their energy and what they're looking for matches that energy, that frequency of said energy molecule. This again goes along with beauty is in the eye of the beholder. When we look at the phrase beauty is in the eye of the beholder, we are seeing our perspective. We are paying mindful attention to what we want to see. It's exactly the basics of quantum physics. You're welcome. But the last thing I really want to go into is manifestation, because that's really what the entire book is about how to manifest the life that you desire, because it's already there. Everything in time and space exists as one at one time, which I would love to go into time and time perception. And I have a great book that I want to talk about after this called Time Expansion Experiences by Steve Taylor. And if you guys want to hear about that and talk about time perception, please let me know in the comments, because I would love to divulge into that book. But as we go on, I want to talk specifically about mindful attention and what that looks like and what that means. In the study, when the scientists were looking for the energy, they saw the energy exactly where they were looking. And it's the same as manifesting all of your desires, all of your dreams, everything in the energetic quantum field exists as one at the present time. It's your responsibility to get you there, right, to that dream. And so this is kind of what I've taken. My summarization is, in order to manifest the life you desire, you must match the frequency of said energy, okay? Again, we go back to mind and matter are one. If we want something to show up in our physical reality, our mental internal reality, frequency must match that of your desire. So when we talk about manifesting a life that you desire, things that you feel in your body that you already have, things like your dream life, your dream car, your dream job, any of these things, in order to actually receive them and have them manifest in our external reality, we need to full-heartedly, with zero shadow of any doubt, believe that it has already occurred. Our internal reality has to match that frequency of our dream external reality. So if you cannot visualize your new life, if you are not specific enough into what you want to manifest, the quantum field has nowhere to go. Okay? You need to be as specific as possible, and you need to believe with your entire being. Okay? It is not just a I wish, I wish, I wish. You know, we sit in these manifestation periods and like I manifest all the time, like I'm doing all my affirmations and all this, that, and the other, and nothing's working. Nothing's working because you don't believe it, because you don't believe that these things already exist. You don't believe that they could happen. Maybe you believe that they are possible, but maybe not to you, right? But in order to receive those manifestations and have them manifest into reality, we need to believe them with our entire being, that it's possible, that it exists already, because you know that there is somebody out there living the exact life that you want to lead, showing that it is possible. in this very moment. It is possible. And that's what the entire book is about. The entire book is about separating yourself, detaching from the big three. Remember, your body, your environment, and your time. If we can detach fully from these three things, then we are able to manifest anything we want, because your body is what controls your emotions, right? Your environment is what controls your emotions, and your time is your biggest op. That's what it feels like. I don't have enough time, you know, I'm running out of time, I'm already too old, whatever. When we consistently knock ourselves down by acting like time is such an issue, we are letting ourselves down. Okay, we are letting ourselves down when we could be manifesting and have manifested our entire dream lives. Again, I really want to go into time perception because I think it is a very big part of detaching from time and detaching from the need for time. And I really would love to go into time, guys. Please let me know if you guys want to go into time perception, all of that stuff. Please let me know. I am going to go a little bit more into time just because I think that it's very important when it comes to this stuff. Time and time perception, y'all. This is some crazy shit. Because when we look at time, we look at how the Western world has commodified time, right? Time has become something you can gain, something you can lose, something you can waste, something you can control. But if we look at other cultures, such as some Western African cultures, time is not a commodity. Time just is. There's nothing we can do about it, right? There's not more time, there's not less time, there just is time. We just exist in what is the present. And when we're so focused on time and too much time and not enough time, we lose ourselves, right? And we lose the motivation and the dedication and the confidence in ourselves that we are able to do whatever we set our minds to. When we look at some of these Western African cultures that they believe that time is not a commodity, they are resting under a tree for hours. And you know what they call that? Making time. They are making time, because time does not exist until we give it a name. Time does not exist. We created the 24-hour day. We created the idea of linear time. We are the ones who put a name to it. We said it is midnight, it is afternoon, and it is back to midnight, right? But if you look, before they had clocks, before they made this calendar, anything, we knew it was one day when the sun rose and set and the moon rose and set, right? That's how we knew it was one day. And then we just calculated that on average it was about 24 hours. And then we look at a year. We know it is a year because there are 4 seasons, 2 wet and 2 dry. That can take 330 days, that could take 390 days, but we averaged it out to 365 days. When it comes to time, it doesn't exist until we give it a name. In these cultures, there's no word for distant future because it does not exist. We only have the present and the past. So let me give you an example of that. The way that I see it is, let's say you and your friend are trying to make plans. Tomorrow at 5 o'clock did not exist until you said, let's go do something tomorrow at 5, okay? You said in your head, tomorrow at 5. So what is happening? Tomorrow at 5. This goes back to that mental internal reality mirroring in our external reality. It's the same thing, like, you know every day the sun is going to come up. And in order to believe your manifestations, you have to look at them in that light. You have to look at them and believe in the same way that we believe that the sun is going to rise tomorrow with no effort. We don't have to touch it. We don't have to reel the sun out of the sky. We don't need to do that. We know without a shadow of a doubt that the sun will rise tomorrow. And that's how you have to be in your manifestations. You have to know without a shadow of a doubt that it is happening. That it is happening, if not happened already. When we go back to time, and we see that we're so stressed about this idea of not having enough time or sitting around for too much time and wasting it, we lose sight of what is actually present. We cannot focus on the present when we're so focused on the past and the potential future. We cannot predict the future. We cannot say what's going to happen. However, when you consistently doubt yourself and put the idea in your head that I don't have enough time, I can't do it, I've wasted too much time, I'm too old, I'm too young, you will never see your desires manifest into your external reality. Never. We're just going to tie it off with an elastic. But this brings us back to the beginning of what we were talking about. The vibrational frequency of your energy must match the vibrational frequency of your desires. If we cannot match our brain waves to the waves of the frequency of our desires, we will never manifest anything, because the quantum field reacts to energy, responds to energy. If we have no energy being put out, or the only energy that is being put out is low vibrational, it's not going to match this high vibrational future you want to be. It's not. That's not how the quantum field works. Anyways, my hair's done. Thanks for watching. Give it a like, subscribe for more shit like this, because Beauty in the Brains is a series, girl. Period. We will be learning more every week. Also, if you have a topic you want to learn more about, drop it in the comments below. Love you.